Hello, hello. Welcome to July here at Wild Whisper. So I'm showing you here some of the products I pulled. I have the brand new Strong and Free collection, and I'm going to use it to create a super fun sweet layout. I just have the papers from this collection and some of the wood veneers because the papers were divine. Oh my goodness, these papers, you guys. Even if you don't live in Canada, they're red, they're turquoise, and they're stunning. So I've chosen these 3 photos of my niece and I. And I've chosen this gorgeous doily. This is an 8-inch doily from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And then I have this super cute cut file from the cut shop. And I'm going to go ahead and back the cut file with some of these fabulous papers from the collection. I also have 2 of the wood veneers, and I'm going to alter them using some Acrotones paint. This Acrotones paint is called Jive and Jade. And I also get my Acrotones paint from the Spiegel Mom Scrap shop. So I'm going to shake it up really good. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint this Jive and Jade Acrotones over the wood veneer. And this jade color this jade color is the exact same green jade that is in the collection. It is a perfect match, and it looks so pretty. So I'm just going to give this a nice coat of paint and set it aside to dry. So I also went ahead and from the wood veneer pack, the hearts wood veneer pack, I also pulled the open hearts, not the ones that are solid, but the ones that are more of an outline, and I went ahead and colored those green as well. And then I set them all off to the side to dry. So I want to put a little bit of color behind these 2 photos. And so I took this paper, it looks like Northern Lights, and it's so gorgeous. I think this would make just a stunning background too for any kind of page that you wanted to create. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to back my photos, and that's my idea, is just to leave the white border on the one photo and then the green border on the other 2. So now I'm going to go ahead and get to work on these hearts, and I'm going to back them with the different pattern papers. Again, so because this paper does have a smooth top to it, what I'm doing is I flipped my cut file over, I flipped the pattern paper that I want to back the cut file with, and I used a fine tip Sharpie marker because it will dry instantly, even on the smooth surface, and it won't tend to smear. And then I'm just going to cut a little bit around the edge of the part that I have cut, and I'm going to back the cut file. So now it seems silly to make you watch me back all those cut files. So I went ahead and did that off camera, and now I have the cut file done and backed with the colors I want. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to, on the back of this, put a whole bunch of pop dots. These are larger pop dots. They're scrapbook adhesive by 3L pop dots, and they're really big, and they've been in my stash for a long time because I used all the little tiny ones, and now I just have these big ones. But I thought for this project, the big ones would be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill the back of the cut file with the pop dots and then place it on to a piece of white cardstock. And I cut out me fighting with the cut file because it insisted on going on crooked, and it was mostly just my fuzzy head in the way. So I went ahead and just cut that out for you. So now it's backed, and it's okay. It is still a little crooked, but I'm going to kind of fix that up. And then my youngest son decided it would be nice to whack my camera and make it totally crooked. So hold on while I fix that. And I'm so sorry about that. I didn't even realize until I'd already placed down the pictures and the doily and the wood veneer that my son had hit my camera. But I'm really glad I stood up and noticed that it was crooked, or else the rest of this video would have been totally crooked. So now it's time to embellish. And I had this really awesome idea that since I had this pop dots on the heart, that I could kind of slip in some of the wood veneer into the recessed parts of the hearts. So the parts that, you know, like the solid pieces are popped up, but then there's the parts that kind of go down in the outline like you see there. And so that was really, once I decided I was going to do that, and I love how that turned out. So I'm just going to go around and decide where I want to put my little wood veneer hearts. And I do have a couple of products from my stash. So I have those Tim Holtz Ideology little resin flowers, and I have these flares. And the resin flowers, I'm so sorry that my head is in the way. I loved the resin flowers. I wanted to add them in because see how the wood veneer, Wild Whisper wood veneer has this like cream tone to it? And so the ones that I hadn't colored, the green color, they had this like, as you can see there, they're kind of like a creamy color. And since the rest of my page was white, I wanted to make sure that I added another kind of cream-based element to the layout to make the cream look more intentional, which it was. So I pulled those cream-colored, kind of off-white colored resin flowers from Tim Holtz, and they actually are the exact same like off-white creamy tone as the wood veneer. And so they did exactly what I wanted it to do, which was to play off the cream in the wood veneer. And also, if you look at the photos, I did edit them in Lightroom, so they have this like soft kind of creamy tone to them. And so again, the wood veneer, the photos, those little resin flowers all add to the idea that I am intentionally mixing cream tones and white tones. And I do love to do that when I can make it intentional. So these are going to be the last two finishing touches to this layout, those cream resin flowers, as well as some sequins. So Spiegel Mom Scraps does exclusive sequin mixes for all of Wild Whispers collections, or she's done them for all of Wild Whispers collections so far. And so I love them. They're beautiful. They're quite different from the mixes in the store, in the Spiegel Mom Scrap shop, and they coordinate so well with the different collections. So I'm just going through here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull some of these little sequins out, and I'm using my very favorite Zot's bling adhesive to get my sequins down. And you'll see there that there are these like orange and red and like a clear aqua-y blue color of little maple leaves in this particular sequin mix, and I'm actually considering doing my next layout as a fall layout possibly for this month, using this collection and utilizing those gorgeous little like sequiny leaves. So maybe we'll do that. So I'm just going to go ahead through and add these little cream flowers, and then I'm going to add the sequins, and then it'll be time to finish up this layout. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I always love to hear all of your comments, and if you want to leave a comment below, let me know if you'd like to see a fall layout using this Strong and Free collection and those pretty little maple leaves. Just leave a comment below because I haven't done my second Wild Whisper project yet, and I would like to get some feedback. So I'm just adding here, this is one of the branding strips, and I decided to, just for a little bit pop of extra color on this layout, that I added this striped little branding strip to the one little piece to the bottom and one little piece to the top. And that's pretty much where we're going to go ahead and end this layout. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye!